A frail white cat rests in a hospital bed, while her worried kitten watches nearby. A diligent kitten studies intently, dreaming of a better life for his mother, so she no longer suffers. "Thank you. Have a great day," he chirps to a customer, glancing at the clock. "Just a few more hours until I visit Mama." He pushes through fatigue, knowing every moment helps her. "Look, Mama," he says, proud of his success. She purrs softly, her pride shining in their bond as they embrace, knowing their hard work has paid off. The kitten shares donations at the orphanage, ensuring everyone has what they need. They smile and thank him, and he feels grateful to help. A pregnant cat named Luna rests in a soft blanket nest, gazing around with anticipation. Luna gives birth to a tiny kitten with soft fur and curious eyes, snuggling close for warmth. As the kittens grow, they begin to explore. One brave kitten, Spot, ventures to the window and scratches at it, trying to open it. An evil, suspicious character eyes the kitten, but the mother cat quickly pulls it close, protecting it. Luna hugs her kitten tightly, relieved to be safe. The kitten snuggles closer, filled with love and gratitude for her protection.
Tired mother cat sorts through trash as her hungry kitten watches, their bond strong yet sorrowful. A warm white mother cat hands her earnings for scraps, focused on feeding her gray kitten, who waits hopefully nearby. A white mother cat carries food. Her gray kitten runs to her, full of hope.
A small, shivering kitten huddles alone on the pavement, drenched and seeking comfort. A girl steps off the bus, sees a soaked kitten, and rushes over to offer comfort and shelter. She kneels beside the trembling kitten, gently extending her hand and cooing to reassure it. A young girl sits on the floor, worriedly on the phone for help, while a tiny white kitten watches her. The parents rush in, place the kitten in a box, and hurry to the clinic through pouring rain. In the vet clinic, a doctor gently examines a tiny white kitten, ensuring it gets the care it needs. The tiny white kitten, fully recovered, happily plays in its bright room filled with toys. The tiny white kitten enjoys life with its loving sister, playing and sharing laughter together. The kitten is happy in its forever home, surrounded by love, marking a heartwarming ending.
The kitten shivers, paw outstretched, eyes full of desperation, but no one stops. An angry tabby father slams his paw on a cluttered table, glaring at his son. A scared, scruffy gray tabby kitten cowers in fear, eyes fixed on its angry father. A worried Siamese cat calls the police, watching the angry father kitten inside. The angry father tabby shouts at his son, pacing with disheveled fur and fury. The fearful son watches his father, hope flickering as help approaches, longing for safety. Police lead the angry father tabby out in handcuffs, fur dirty and claws bared. Police catch the father kitten. The small kitten watches, trembling and conflicted alone. The small kitten sits in a cozy orphanage room, clean, cared for, peaceful, hopeful. The kitten, surrounded by playful friends, feels hope and belonging in its new home.
Young Whiskers, a fluffy orange tabby cat, prepares to take on his father's fishing duties while the elder cat is sick. After a long wait, he feels a tug and successfully catches a shimmering silver fish. Overjoyed, he realizes he can help his father. Whiskers returns home with his catch and presents it to his father, who is filled with joy and pride. They cook the fish together, enjoying the delicious meal.
Two tiny kittens, one yellow, one gray, huddle outside a restaurant. The yellow kitten cries softly, while the gray one nudges it to keep trying. Some customers notice the kittens but dismiss them, while others ignore their cries. A kind diner notices the kittens and offers them scraps, sparking hope in their eyes. The kittens eat eagerly, tails flicking, their hearts filled with newfound hope.
In the quiet neighborhood, Captain Whiskers, the confident cat, led the fire team. Amid flames, Captain Whiskers led the team toward the cries, focused and fierce. Captain Whiskers led the charge, his team swiftly setting the ladder to rescue the child. Through thick smoke, Captain Whiskers led to the crib, calming the baby with purrs. Captain Whiskers, baby in arms, dashed through flames as his team protected him. Outside, Captain Whiskers handed the baby to the mother, team cheering in triumph.
Mr. Fluffy grabs his keys for his follow-up appointment at the hospital. At the hospital, Mr. Fluffy sees a long line and joins, feeling anxious yet excited. After waiting, Mr. Fluffy smiles as he hands his details to the receptionist. Mr. Fluffy finds a cozy spot, flips through a magazine, and feels sleepy. A nurse calls Mr. Fluffy for his weight and blood pressure. Mr. Fluffy enters. The doctor says his cholesterol is high, and he nods. Mr. Fluffy waits anxiously at the pharmacy for his medication. Mr. Fluffy drives to Puchong for lunch, then heads home, feeling drowsy. Home, Mr. Fluffy falls asleep, dreaming of healthy meals and happy times.
Rocky walks through the hospital, greeted by smiling faces all around him. He always helps patients in need, comforting and checking on them, especially the children. In the canteen, Rocky becomes the focal point, inspiring and motivating doctors and nurses around him. Noticing a young boy in the corner, Rocky approaches and comforts him, bringing a sense of ease to the child. Rocky exits the hospital to applause, with the nurse giving him a gentle pat under the chin in appreciation.
In a busy hospital, Jack, the cat doctor, comforts a scared boy on a stretcher, holding his hand to ease his fear. In the operating room, Jack, the cat doctor, watches calmly as the team prepares for surgery. In the operating room, Jack purrs softly to soothe the medical team during the ongoing operation on the patient. In the recovery room, Jack, the cat doctor, is hugged by the grateful parents while the mother checks on her son, relieved and grateful. As Jack leaves the recovery room, nurses and doctors applaud, and one gives him flowers in gratitude.
Joe, a black cat with green eyes, and Rose, a white cat with blue eyes, share a bond. Joe chases a butterfly while Rose giggles under an oak tree, their laughter deepening their bond. Joe heroically leaps into the street, pushing Rose to safety from a speeding car, deepening his feelings. Rose nuzzles Joe in gratitude, and as they watch the sunset, she realizes her deep feelings for him. Joe and Rose become inseparable, sharing laughter and secrets, their bond blossoming into a sweet love story.
A girl kneels at her kitten's grave, cherishing memories and their bond. The spirit of a kitten chooses a lost orphan to comfort its grieving owner. A girl finds an orphaned kitten, embracing hope as her spirit watches over. A girl hugs an orphaned kitten, sensing her cat's spirit brought it to her. A girl bids farewell at her cat's grave, leaving with an orphaned kitten. Julie is always accompanied by her cat during homework, purring softly beside her. Julie and her cat always sleep together, nestled in warmth and comfort each night. Her cat always waits for her when she gets back from school, tail wagging. They spend their weekends playing together, chasing toys and enjoying sunshine. Every birthday, they celebrate together happily without fail, sharing cake and joy. They are so happy, and their life is filled with beautiful friendship and love. Julie and Robert celebrate their wedding with their beloved cat as a special guest. Julie has loved her cat since childhood, cherishing both her cat and baby equally. Julie shares a close bond with their cat, formed even before her daughter was born. The cat's big family welcomed a new member, and they all happily lived together. In the rain, a hungry and shivering kitten calls out with an empty belly and soaked fur, only to be met with the cold silence of those who pass by, indifferent to his desperate cries.
Whiskers, the hungry stray kitten, hides in fear, hoping for food in the alley. Whiskers, drawn by the smell of fresh bread, cautiously approaches the bakery. Whiskers knocks over a crate, causing a loud crash. Mr. Grumble looks out, alarmed. Whiskers curls up in a small cage, his emerald eyes filled with sadness and fear. Lily enters the animal control center, determined to find Whiskers, her heart full of hope. Lily gently opens the cage, and Whiskers steps out, his eyes filled with hope and trust. Lily watches with pride as Whiskers eagerly devours his first full meal, content. He is now content and soft, rests peacefully as Lily strokes his back, smiling warmly. Lily carries Whiskers outside, his emerald eyes wide with wonder as he explores. Whiskers sleeps peacefully in his new bed, his emerald eyes closed, as Lily smiles from the doorway. Lily stands with Whiskers on her shoulder, both smiling, happy to be together as they watch the sunset.
A wet yellow kitten stands alone in the rain, ignored by busy pedestrians with umbrellas. Close-up of the kitten reveals tears, his green eyes shining amidst the downpour and indifference. The kitten spots a newborn in the rain, both sharing the same dirty fur and surprised green eyes. Determined, the young kitten picks up the newborn by her scruff, braving the pouring rain. The kittens seek refuge in a dim alley, their dirty fur glistening as they find safety together. In the alley, the young kitten wraps around the newborn, providing warmth amidst the cold rain. The newborn purrs softly, and both kittens' eyes reflect newfound hope as rain continues to fall. The kittens huddle in the alley, united in their struggle, their eyes shining with determination.
A heartless owner tosses a gray kitten in a plastic bag into a dark alley bin. The kitten mews softly, sensing her fate as the man walks away, cold and uncaring. The kitten's spirit rises, hovering above her body, confused by her fate. The kitten enters a vibrant garden, greeted by playful kittens, feeling joy and freedom. The kitten finds peace in a joyful place, free from pain and full of warmth.
The father and son decide to go fishing at a place that is far from the village. However, the area is off limits and prohibited from entry by any villagers. Milo's excitement is evident in his eyes as he explains, "This place is perfect." Rufus, his father, watches proudly. Rufus, a confident cat, adjusts fishing rod as curious kitten Milo watches with swishing tail. Milo beams with pride at the fish-filled basket. Rod steady in small paws, Rufus watches, nodding in approval. Milo beams, "We're really getting good at this." His paws rest on the boat, tail flicking with excitement. Rufus nods proudly. Milo and Rufus are on a boat over a quiet lake when something stirs beneath the surface, causing the water to ripple. Milo and Rufus cling to the boat as it rocks violently, both startled. Milo's fur is ruffled, while Rufus stands tall, eyes fixed on the water. A massive shark fin appears, frightening Milo with his fluffed fur and horror-filled gaze. Rufus, with determined amber eyes, confronts the predator. Milo whispers, "Is that a shark?" to Rufus, who nods quietly, his face tense with focus, indicating a shark is indeed present. Milo whispers, "Is that a shark?" to Rufus, who nods quietly, his face tense with focus, indicating a shark is indeed present. Milo clings to the boat in fear as Rufus, steadfast, defends him from a shark attack. Father Cat, Rufus, and kitten Milo leap into the lake, escaping their boat as a shark circles. Milo and Rufus race to a rocky island, paddling hard as the shark's shadow closes in behind. Milo clings to Rufus as the shark circles. Rufus shields him, searching for a way to stay safe. Rufus shields Milo as the shark circles, moonlight casting eerie shadows on the island, isolated. Milo prepares to throw a stone, while Rufus splashes water as the shark circles nearby. Milo rests as Rufus comforts him. The shark circles, the island feels smaller. Twilight deepens. Rufus grabs a tree branch, ready to defend, as Milo watches nervously. The shark circles closer. Rufus grips the tree branch firmly as Milo readies the stone, both focused on the circling shark. Milo throws stones while Rufus flashes with the branch, preparing to attack the circling shark. Rufus spots the shark retreating and signals Milo. Together, they move to the moonlit lake's edge. After the shark leaves, they leap into the river and swim to safety. Rufus and Milo dive into the water, zigzagging as the shark closes in. The shark charges, but Rufus swerves toward reeds, confusing the predator and gaining time. Rufus and Milo hide inside the log's large hole, staying out of sight as the shark circles. Rufus and Milo hide under the log as the shark circles, waiting for it to pass before moving on. Rufus pushes forward with strength, Milo tail flicking nervously, the shore close ahead. Rufus and Milo near safety, navigating shallow rocks as moonlight calms the once perilous lake. After ensuring the shark is gone, Rufus and Milo make their way safely to the shore. Milo and Rufus rest under the starry sky, their bond stronger, the forest calm after their ordeal. Rufus and Milo return with their last fish, warn the village of sharks, and plan to revisit without using a boat.
A bustling urban landscape filled with skyscrapers and crowded streets.
An aged brick building with an open window reveals a small kitten teetering on the ledge. The kitten loses its balance. Ends the fall, fear in its wide eyes. The kitten lands softly on the pavement, lying still and visibly injured. The dirty, matted kitten lies in a sun-lot patch, symbolizing hope. Lightly letting out soft, plaintive meows. People rush by, some glancing but continuing on, showing indifference. A passerby kneels beside the kitten, showing concern and compassion. The passerby strokes the kitten and calls for help. The kitten's hopeful face. Every life matters. A single act of kindness can change everything.
A wet yellow kitten stands alone in the rain, ignored by busy pedestrians with umbrellas. Close-up of the kitten reveals tears, his green eyes shining amidst the downpour and indifference. The kitten spots a newborn in the rain, both sharing the same dirty fur and surprised green eyes. Determined, the young kitten picks up the newborn by her scruff, braving the pouring rain. The kittens seek refuge in a dim alley, their dirty fur glistening as they find safety together. In the alley, the young kitten wraps around the newborn, providing warmth amidst the cold rain. The newborn purrs softly, and both kittens' eyes reflect newfound hope as rain continues to fall. The kittens huddle in the alley, united in their struggle, their eyes shining with determination.
Andrew's life as a homeless beggar was routine and monotonous. He only occasionally encountered a flock of birds or stray cats passing by. However, things changed when he discovered a tiny abandoned kitten under the bridge. The kitten, a brown tabby, caught Andrew's attention. "Is this a cat or a spooky artist?" Andrew joked with a smile. Although the kitten was in poor condition, Andrew decided to take care of it, naming it Chinta. His daily life was no longer monotonous, as Chinta constantly did amusing things, like trying to catch its tail, which kept moving, or jumping around when it saw its own shadow. One night, the amulet given by the guardian of the magical world in Andrew's dream began to shine brightly. Its light formed a magical door in the air, and Andrew and Chinta stepped through it. They found themselves in a highly magical forest, with colourful trees and an air filled with mysterious sounds. In the forest, they met Leela, a young sorceress in colourful attire performing acrobatic jumps. "Welcome to the magical world. I'm Leela, the jester sorceress," she said, while executing a stylish pirouette. Before they knew it, Lila informed them of their important mission, to defeat the evil Dark King. "But we must be careful of the laughing grass. It makes anyone who steps on it laugh uncontrollably," said Lila, laughing heartily. They encountered the laughing grass, and Chinta, trying to be cautious, accidentally stepped on it. Instantly, the little kitten began laughing uproariously, causing Andrew to join in. They rolled around on the ground, laughing, while Lila stood by, laughing at their antics. Next, they arrived at a river. Lila tried to create a bridge with her magic, but the result was a bouncy, trampoline-like bridge. As they attempted to cross, they all bounced into the air and fell into the water with a cute plop. Chinta swam in a funny style, while Andrew and Lila swam to the shore, soaked and laughing heartily. In the forest, they also met strange but friendly creatures. There was a talking snake with slang language and a slow turtle who loved to tell stories. "We call him the hipster snake," said Lila, pointing to the snake wearing sunglasses and holding a small skateboard. Finally, they arrived at the Dark King's fortress location in the Dark Cave. The Dark King, who looked more like a clumsy comic character than a fearsome villain, was trying to conquer the world with his magic. As the Dark King launched his attacks, he missed his target and hit the surrounding rocks. The rocks bounced back and unexpectedly hit the Dark King. Chinta, with increasingly impressive acrobatic moves, jumped to avoid the Dark King's attacks. Lila used her magic to create flames in funny shapes, like cartoon faces and flying animals. Andrew, to help, made various comical defense moves, such as using a cloth as a shield, or spraying water from a bucket to make the Dark King slip. In the end, the Dark King, now thoroughly confused, got tangled in a web of magical chaos and fell into a pit full of mess like cake cream and glittery balls. "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to," grumbled the Dark King, his voice hoarse, revealing his surprise at what had happened. With the victory, the balance of the world was restored. Lila bid farewell to Andrew and Chinta before they stepped through the magical door and returned to the real world. They returned to their lives under the bridge with gratitude and fond memories of their adventure. Under the bridge, their lives returned to the old routine with added joy. Andrew and Chinta often reminisced about their adventure while laughing heartily. Chinta, now more cheerful and adept at antics, frequently made Andrew laugh with its funny behaviour. They often sat together, recalling humorous moments like when they fell into the river or rolled around on the laughing grass. Chinta, with its unique and funny antics, always brightened Andrew's day. Overall, their experience was about facing challenges and threats, and how laughter, friendship, and a sense of humour could make life more colourful and full of happiness. And even though they lived under a bridge, they knew that with each other's presence and a touch of magic, every day could become an adventure filled with laughter and joy.
Please subscribe, like and hit the bell to support this channel. Your support helps us bring more fun and adventures.
In a grand house, a mother cat and her kittens were cherished until an accident took their human mother, the human children. Allergic to cats, threw them into a drain. The heartbroken mother cat watched her kittens suffer in the cold and cried for help. But no one came. Over weeks, the mother cat's kittens died one by one while she continued to cry for help in vain. With no food and only stagnant water, she grew weak and emaciated. In her final moments, she saw her kittens happy and reached out to them before passing away. Her lifeless body, reduced to bones, remained in the drain, a testament to her enduring love and loss.
A sunny beach cottage with seashells where Mango the tabby relaxes on the porch. Mango sees excited seagulls by shiny seashells and sea glass filled with curiosity. Mango and seagulls joyfully gather treasures on the beach, sharing laughter and fun. The tall palm tree is adorned with treasures from Mango and friends, creating joy. Beneath a glowing palm, Mango and friends sing carols, feeling joyful. Mango rests on warm sand, content with friends, embracing Christmas joy.
A scruffy gray kitten drags a can through the snow, collecting bottles under dim lights. A kitten gazes longingly at a warm, decorated Christmas tree inside a house. An elderly man in worn clothes collapses in pain on a snowy sidewalk. An elderly man in the snow sees a determined kitten rushing to his side, hopeful. A gray and white kitten nudges an elderly man in the snow, creating a tense, hopeful scene. The elderly man feels warmth and gratitude as he gently sits and pets the kitten. In a warm mansion, an elderly man in velvet sits by a decorated tree with a kitten. The elderly man decorates the tree, while a peaceful kitten watches nearby. A close-up shows a proud kitten by the tree, while the elderly man smiles nearby.
A festive village with snow, decorations, and a glowing Christmas star. An evil wizard grins, plotting to steal the Christmas star in a dark, eerie cave. The cat hears an evil wizard plan and must act to save Christmas. The cat braves the dark forest, determined amid cold and distant howls. The cat cautiously approaches a dragon, sharing a tense, unexpected camaraderie. The cat took the star, broke the pedestal, and an evil wizard came to check. The cat runs with the star, dragon roaring as the forest sparks with magic. The cat returns a hero, the star shining brightly as villagers celebrate.
The cold, abandoned kitten stands alone in the rain on cobblestones. His eyes fill with fear as his father, the large black cat, walks away, vanishing. Mr. Whiskers steps forward with his umbrella, offering warmth. In Mr. Whiskers' warm home, Kitten rests by the fire, clean and loved. The young black kitten stands on a wall, glowing in the sun, while his father watches. Golden eyes filled with doubt as his father approaches. At sunset, he forgives his father while Mr. Whiskers watches proudly. As the sun sets, he and his father have a moment of connection.
Max, what are these shiny things floating around? They keep slipping away.
Those are soap bubbles. Try catching them. They're a slippery challenge.
I'm slipping everywhere. Why is this so hard?
That's the fun of it. The bubbles are supposed to be tricky.
I'm spinning and sliding all over the place. Is this part of the game?
Exactly. The more you slip and slide, the funnier it gets.
All right, I'll keep trying. These bubbles won't get the best of me.
That's the spirit. The bubbles are just getting started.
Please.
Nico the cat, dressed in her fluffy scarf, cute ribbon, and stylish cap, calls her brother in a panic. Her voice is filled with urgency as she says, "Hey, I think you forgot your phone at home. You need to come back and get it right away."
Her brother, a gray cat with darker stripes, is depicted rushing back home with a look of frantic concern. His eyes are wide, and he's frantically searching around, clearly distressed and anxious. He arrives back at the house, breathless and disheveled, and asks Neko, "Do you have my phone? I can't find it anywhere."
Nico, struggling to suppress her amusement, smirks and says, "Hold on a second. Let me check for you." She then proceeds to call his phone with a playful grin on her face.
The phone rings loudly, and the sound is clearly coming from his own pocket. Her brother's expression shifts to one of realization mixed with embarrassment. He pulls out the phone, which has been ringing all along, and grumbles in frustration, "Seriously, it was in my pocket the whole time."
Nico bursts into laughter, thoroughly enjoying the mix-up. She teases him, "Looks like you were just a little perplexed. Maybe next time, double-check your pockets before you rush."
Her brother's face reddens with anger and irritation. He glares at Neko, his frustration evident. With an annoyed huff, he mutters, yeah, laugh it up," and storms back to his car. His body language shows clear signs of annoyance, as he slams the car door behind him. Neko continues to laugh, shaking her head at the whole situation. The scene captures her amusement, and her brother's exasperated retreat.
In Miss Vale's foggy streets, Nyx, a sleek black cat with molten gold eyes, roamed. Known for her ancient, potent magic, she had lived there as long as she could recall. Townsfolk viewed her with mixed feelings, marveling at her timely warnings, soothing presence, and mysterious acts that often averted disasters. Nyx's magical gifts drew the sinister Shadow Order, sorcerers seeking to harness her power. One foggy evening, as pale lamplight glowed, Nyx heard deliberate footsteps nearby. Her heart raced as she slipped into the shadows, sensing the Order's presence closing in. Nyx became one with Miss Vale's fog, using it to evade the relentless Shadow Order. Sparing her magic to avoid detection, she honed her senses. One night, near town's edge, she narrowly escaped an enchanted trap. A glowing net shimmered, but Nyx's quick magic dissolved it into smoke, her eyes blazing. Shaken but determined, Nyx sought allies and found Alara, a kind herbalist who offered shelter and quiet magic. Seeing Nyx as a friend, not a tool, Alara helped her craft a powerful ward. Combining Nyx's magic with Alara's runes and herbs, they worked to shield Miss Vale from the Shadow Order's growing threat. Shaken but determined, Nyx sought allies and found Alara, a kind herbalist who offered shelter and quiet magic. Seeing Nyx as a friend, not a tool, Alara helped her craft a powerful ward. Combining Nyx's magic with Alara's runes and herbs, they worked to shield Miss Vale from the Shadow Order's growing threat. At dawn, Miss Vale was peaceful, the fog now comforting. Nyx watched from a rooftop as hopeful townsfolk emerged. Below, Alara whispered her thanks, knowing Nyx heard. With a purr and a flick of her tail, Nyx vanished into the mist, a guardian in the shadows, ensuring Miss Vale remains safe and protected. Whisker crouches on the cathedral bell tower, scanning the sleeping city as a breeze ruffles his fur. Behind him, the moonstone glows softly on its ancient pedestal, its otherworldly light filling the tower and pulsing in rhythm with the wind. Whisker's ears twitch at the rustling leaves as he senses the silent approach of the night crawlers. Red glows emerge in the alleyways below, closing in on the bell tower. Focused, Whisker moves to the pedestal, brushing his tail against the moonstone. Its glow intensifies, casting patterns as he readies for the confrontation. Whisker leaps from the bell tower, soaring through the night and landing gracefully on a rooftop. Night crawlers emerge from the shadows, their glowing red eyes fixed on him. He sprints across rooftops, leaping over gaps and dodging crumbling tiles, while the creatures climb after him, their claws scraping against the stone. Whisker escapes a night crawler by slipping into a hidden passage in the cathedral. He pauses in the darkness to catch his breath. As he navigates toward the crypt, the sounds of the night crawlers fade. Whisker enters the crypt, surrounded by ancient carvings of feline guardians. He places the moonstone on a pedestal, activating runes that light up the chamber. The moonstone's glow forms a protective dome around the crypt. Whisker checks the barrier, ensuring it can withstand the night crawler's approach. Night crawlers attack the barrier, causing cracks. Whisker reinforces it by touching the moonstone, sealing the cracks and temporarily holding off the night crawlers. The barrier fails, and night crawlers invade the crypt. Whisker fights back, using his agility to knock over a stone pillar and outmaneuver them in the narrow passageways. He leads the night crawlers into traps formed by the crumbling architecture. Cornered, Whisker fights the largest night crawler, defeating it with a final blow. The remaining night crawlers retreat, and the crypt falls silent. Whisker defeats the largest night crawler, causing the others to retreat. As dawn breaks, the moonstone's glow intensifies, renewing the crypt's magic. Whisker silently ascends to the bell tower, greeted by the rising sun. From the bell tower, Whisker watches the city awaken with merchants and children. The moonstone is safe, and the city is unaware of the night's dangers.
Witherwood Estate is a haunted mansion where dark secrets and eerie events unfold. Clara Hawthorne explores her inherited, eerie mansion, warned of a haunting phantom cat. Clara enters the dusty mansion, sensing its eerie atmosphere. She discovers a dim library filled with ancient tomes, feeling the weight of hidden secrets. Clara explores a dusty mansion, encountering a ghostly cat with glowing eyes and paw prints in the shadows. Clara invoked forgiveness, holding the locket as the ghostly cat appeared in the candlelit hall. The cat shimmered as a spectral woman appeared, whispered thanks, and they vanished into light. At dawn, Clara stepped out, her silhouette framed by sunrise. The mansion's burden.
The misty town of Ravenshade, dimly lit by gas lamps, feels abandoned and steeped in haunting mystery. A black cat with piercing green eyes appears, watching Eliza intently from the corner of the dark street. Eliza, a young woman with a determined look, walks down the deserted street, drawn to the mystery of the cat and the hidden corners of Ravenshade. Eliza passes an ancient chapel with crumbling walls, its dark windows looming. A black cat sits above, watching silently. The cat meows softly and walks, leading Eliza into a darker alley. She follows, her heart racing as the fog thickens. At the end of the alley, the cat stops in front of a derelict building. Eliza notices a hidden door, half concealed by overgrown vines. Eliza pushes open the door and descends a narrow staircase into the earth. The air grows colder and heavier as she goes deeper. At the bottom of the staircase, Eliza enters a vast underground chamber. The walls are covered in ancient symbols and runes. The air hums with energy. The cat stands in the center of the chamber, staring at Eliza with knowing eyes. Its presence seems to command the room. Eliza notices a small, ornate chest resting on a pedestal at the far end of the chamber. The cat moves toward it, guiding her. Eliza finds old letters in the chest. Touching them, memories of a lost family and hidden legacy overwhelm her. Eliza grips the letters as a voice echoes. You are the heir, ancient and brimming with power. The cat leaps onto the pedestal, eyes aglow. Its mission complete, it gives Eliza a final look and vanishes. Eliza emerges from the passage to Ravenshade's misty streets. As the fog lifts, so does the weight of the secrets. The cat vanishes, becoming a Ravenshade legend. Its memory lingers, and the town feels peace for the first time in centuries. A fluffy orange kitten enjoys Chinese New Year Eve, playing with colorful lanterns in the living room and trying to snag steaming dumplings in the kitchen, bringing laughter to the family with its playful antics. As night fell, the fluffy orange kitten watched fireworks in awe from the windowsill. Later, it received a red envelope filled with treats, mistaking it for a toy and pouncing on it, delighting the family with its playful antics. A fluffy orange kitten, dressed in traditional red and gold attire, strutted proudly during Chinese New Year. It played with a Year of the Cat plush toy, delighting the family with its joyful antics amidst zodiac decorations. During a family gathering, a fluffy orange kitten weaved among relatives, receiving affection. It then tried to join a tea ceremony, attempting to climb onto the table, only to be gently lifted down, meowing in protest. At midnight, the family cheered the countdown, with the kitten meowing along. Later, the kitten enjoyed leftover dumplings, delighting the family and ending the joyful Chinese New Year Eve perfectly. In a bustling Chinese village, an old lantern stands ignored. Grandmother May shares the legend of the eternal lantern with her grandchildren. Wei wonders if the old lantern is the legendary. Wei sneaks out to examine the old lantern, noticing its intricate carvings. As a storm approaches, he wishes for everyone's safety and happiness, his red jacket contrasting the darkening sky. Wei lights the lantern, its glow illuminating the square. Villagers gather, marveling at the sight. Grandmother May smiles, saying the light reflects their heart's goodness, filling everyone with. The lantern inspires villagers to repair decorations and cook together, filling the air with laughter and music. Grandmother May teaches that kindness and unity shine brightest through selflessness and care for others. At midnight, fireworks light up the sky, reflecting in Wei's eyes as villagers cheer. The lantern flickers warmly, and Wei smiles, determined to carry the lesson of kindness and unity into the new year. Whiskers and Patch are shunned by barn cats, left isolated and alone, with no one to turn to but each other. Whiskers comforts Patch, licking his fur as they huddle together, finding warmth and love in each other's presence. Leaving the barn behind, Whiskers leads Patch into the unknown, searching for a place they can finally call home. A swift river blocks their path, but Whiskers carefully guides Patch across slippery stones to safety. Deep in the woods, kind woodland creatures offer food and shelter, giving them their first taste of acceptance. A fierce storm strikes, and Whiskers shields Patch under an ancient tree, keeping him safe from the harsh wind and rain. After the storm, they are lost, but Whiskers stays hopeful, telling Patch stories of the adventures ahead. Exhausted and hungry, they find a kind farmer who offers them milk and a warm place to rest in his barn. The farmer builds them a cozy home in his barn, giving them the safety and love they have longed for. The barn cats accept them at last, and Whiskers and Patch finally find a family and a place to belong. A white mother cat grooms her kitten in a rustic barn, sunlight filtering through the slats, casting a warm glow. White mother cat watches protectively as her kitten bats at yarn in a cozy farmhouse kitchen. A white mother cat and her kitten explore a sunny meadow, chasing butterflies and enjoying nature. A white mother cat and her kitten approach a babbling creek, with the kitten exploring the water. A white mother cat and her kitten rest under an oak tree, the mother gazing lovingly at her kitten. White mother cat watches her wide-eyed kitten explore a bustling village market, alert and watchful. White mother cat watches as her kitten chases leaves outside an old schoolhouse, laughter filling the air. White mother cat watches cautiously as her curious kitten gazes at sparks near a blacksmith's forge. White mother cat watches proudly as her kitten excitedly bats at a pumpkin at a lively harvest festival. White mother cat watches proudly as her kitten excitedly bats at a pumpkin at a lively harvest festival. A light orange tabby mother cat is cornered by strays. Her kitten hides, trembling, as she hisses protectively in a grimy alley. A scarred tomcat growls at the mother cat, who stands her ground. Her kitten peeks out, whimpering, from behind her. The mother cat grabs her kitten and flees, pursued by strays. Shadows stretch ominously as she weaves through narrow alleyways. The mother cat finds a hidden nook and nuzzles her kitten. The kitten looks up with wide, trusting eyes, meeting her fur. Stray cats reappear, eyes gleaming with malice. The mother cat stands protectively, ready to defend her kitten. An old calico cat appears, hissing at the strays. The mother cat, grateful, retreats deeper into the alleyway with her kitten. With the calico cat's help, the mother cat leads the strays on a chase. They dart through narrow passages, her agility shining. The mother cat and kitten reach an abandoned shed. The calico cat stands guard as they huddle, the kitten snuggling close. As night falls, the mother cat watches over her kitten, scanning for danger. The calico cat brings food, and the mother cat accepts it gratefully. With dawn's light, the mother cat and kitten emerge from the shed, spirits renewed. The calico cat watches them go, smiling wisely. The mother cat and kitten huddle in an abandoned farmhouse, seeking warmth and comfort amidst the howling wind and creaking roof. the mother cat protects her kitten from suspicious villagers and stone-throwing children, guiding them to safety with fierce determination. Under the scorching sun, the mother cat and kitten traverse dry, cracked fields, searching for food and water in a desolate landscape. The mother cat defends her kitten against a farmer with a broom and a menacing dog, standing her ground until the farmer backs away. In the dead of night, the mother cat wraps her body around her kitten under a dilapidated bridge, sharing warmth and gazing at the stars for hope. The mother cat tirelessly hunts for food, ensuring her kitten eats first despite her own hunger, watching with relief as the kitten's belly fills. The mother cat and kitten walk along a desolate road, driven by love and the desire to find a safe haven, despite the loneliness and endless landscape. In a dense forest, the mother cat teaches her kitten to be quiet and still, avoiding predators and blending into the undergrowth for safety. A kind stranger offers the mother cat and kitten a bowl of milk and food, providing a brief respite and a moment of hope amidst their struggles. After many trials, the mother cat and kitten find a lush, hidden valley, realizing they have found a place to call home and a new beginning. In Miss Vale's foggy streets, Nyx, a sleek black cat with molten gold eyes, roamed. Known for her ancient, potent magic, she had lived there as long as she could recall. Townsfolk viewed her with mixed feelings, marveling at her timely warnings, soothing presence, and mysterious acts that often averted disasters. Nyx's magical gifts drew the sinister Shadow Order, sorcerers seeking to harness her power. One foggy evening, as pale lamplight glowed, Nyx heard deliberate footsteps nearby. Her heart raced as she slipped into the shadows, sensing the Order's presence closing in. Nyx became one with Miss Vale's fog, using it to evade the relentless Shadow Order. Sparing her magic to avoid detection, she honed her senses. One night, near town's edge, she narrowly escaped an enchanted trap. A glowing net shimmered, but Nyx's quick magic dissolved it into smoke, her eyes blazing. Shaken but determined, Nyx sought allies and found Alara, a kind herbalist who offered shelter and quiet magic. Seeing Nyx as a friend, not a tool, Alara helped her craft a powerful ward. Combining Nyx's magic with Alara's runes and herbs, they worked to shield Miss Vale from the Shadow Order's growing threat. Shaken but determined, Nyx sought allies and found Alara, a kind herbalist who offered shelter and quiet magic. Seeing Nyx as a friend, not a tool, Alara helped her craft a powerful ward. Combining Nyx's magic with Alara's runes and herbs, they worked to shield Miss Vale from the Shadow Order's growing threat. At dawn, Miss Vale was peaceful, the fog now comforting. Nyx watched from a rooftop as hopeful townsfolk emerged. Below, Alara whispered her thanks, knowing Nyx heard. With a purr and a flick of her tail, Nyx vanished into the mist, a guardian in the shadows, ensuring Miss Vale remains safe and protected. Silas the cat crept into a dim clockmaker's workshop filled with ticking clocks and aged wood scent. Drawn to a rune-carved grandfather clock radiating eerie whispers, he touched its base. The air vibrated as a golden vortex engulfed him, hurling him through a dazzling realm beyond time. Silas the cat found himself in Renaissance, Italy's lively streets, filled with music, scents, and colors. Amid the joy, masked figures in dark cloaks unnervingly pursued him. Sensing danger, Silas darted through the market, leaping over obstacles with precision, aiming for the safety of a nearby alleyway. Silas the cat slipped into Da Vinci's studio, drawn to the glowing, unfinished painting, the Eclipse Codex. Masked time stalkers entered, seizing the artwork and opening a glowing portal. As they stepped through, Silas darted from the shadows and leapt toward the portal just before it closed. Silas the cat emerged from the portal onto golden sands near towering pyramids. After navigating a bustling market, he found an ancient tomb hidden in the dunes. Inside, amidst treasures and a jeweled sarcophagus, a haunting voice warned of a curse. Silas's fur bristled as he prepared for what lay ahead. Silas the cat and Sophia enter the labyrinth of lost time, its shifting paths glowing with spectral energy. Whispers echo as spectral guardians patrol silently, their cold, glowing eyes seeking intruders. Moving carefully, the pair waits for the perfect moment to slip past the eerie watchers. Silas the cat and Sophia witness a ruined world under a red sky. Facing his corrupted, scarred counterpart, Silas prepares for battle. Energy crackles as they clash in a fierce fight of skill versus chaos, both physical and metaphysical, with time itself warping under the weight of their conflict. Silas the cat destroys the shard of time, severing his link to time travel as its power fades. Returning to the present, he finds peace in a quiet village. Now a guardian of history's secrets, Silas watches over the village with wisdom, his emerald eyes reflecting the weight of his past and his sacrifice. Whisker crouches on the cathedral bell tower, scanning the sleeping city as a breeze ruffles his fur. Behind him, the moonstone glows softly on its ancient pedestal, its otherworldly light filling the tower and pulsing in rhythm with the wind. Whisker's ears twitch at the rustling leaves as he senses the silent approach of the night crawlers. Red glows emerge in the alleyways below, closing in on the bell tower. Focused, Whisker moves to the pedestal, brushing his tail against the moonstone. Its glow intensifies, casting patterns as he readies for the confrontation. Whisker leaps from the bell tower, soaring through the night and landing gracefully on a rooftop. Night crawlers emerge from the shadows, their glowing red eyes fixed on him. He sprints across rooftops, leaping over gaps and dodging crumbling tiles, while the creatures climb after him, their claws scraping against the stone. Whisker escapes a night crawler by slipping into a hidden passage in the cathedral. He pauses in the darkness to catch his breath. As he navigates toward the crypt, the sounds of the night crawlers fade. Whisker enters the crypt, surrounded by ancient carvings of feline guardians. He places the moonstone on a pedestal, activating runes that light up the chamber. The moonstone's glow forms a protective dome around the crypt. Whisker checks the barrier, ensuring it can withstand the night crawler's approach. Night crawlers attack the barrier, causing cracks. Whisker reinforces it by touching the moonstone, sealing the cracks and temporarily holding off the night crawlers. The barrier fails, and night crawlers invade the crypt. Whisker fights back, using his agility to knock over a stone pillar and outmaneuver them in the narrow passageways. He leads the night crawlers into traps formed by the crumbling architecture. Cornered, Whisker fights the largest night crawler, defeating it with a final blow. The remaining night crawlers retreat, and the crypt falls silent. Whisker defeats the largest night crawler, causing the others to retreat. As dawn breaks, the moonstone's glow intensifies, renewing the crypt's magic. Whisker silently ascends to the bell tower, greeted by the rising sun. From the bell tower, Whisker watches the city awaken with merchants and children. The moonstone is safe, and the city is unaware of the night's dangers. Whisker's vigil continues in the morning sun.
Sophie arrives in a quiet town, skeptical of locals' gossip about a clock tower. At midnight, Sophie feels time reset while gazing at the clock tower. Sophie investigates the clock tower, noticing unfamiliar objects in her room. Sophie meets Jack under the clock tower, drawn to his knowledge of resets. Sophie, determined, maps reset patterns despite growing frustration and setbacks. Sophie feels the weight of her role tied to the clock tower, but remains determined. Sophie confronts Jack, demanding answers about her role in breaking the cycle. As midnight strikes, Sophie resets, losing her memories and past truths. Aladdin plans a surprise gift for Zafira, keeping it a secret. Aladdin learns of the moonflower, a rare gift guarded by a fierce beast. Aladdin arrives at the magical Enchanted Valley, sensing danger ahead. A spectral vault tests Aladdin's love and courage with dangerous illusions. The vault allows Aladdin to pick the blooming moonflower, glowing beautifully. Aladdin gives Zafira the moonflower, celebrating their bond under fireworks. Whiskers watches Playful Paws by the fire in a cozy den, awaiting the new year. Whiskers walks a snowy forest path under the moon, seeking a gift for his son. At an ancient oak, Whiskers seeks advice from a wise owl with golden, gleaming eyes. Whiskers and Frost journey through the realm, meeting creatures to find the Aurora Gem. Whiskers returns with a crystal flower. Fireworks light up a joyful new year. In a snowy kingdom, Snow the cat sits with Princess Alara, wise and kind. In the castle, the 7 dwarfs showcase their talents. Forge crafts, harvest gardens, tinker invents, melody sings, shield patrols, glow experiments, and lore writes. The castle buzzes with New Year prep as the dwarfs create and inspire joy. As night falls, the castle glows with magic, music, and joyful guests. At midnight, the castle celebrates with joy, lights, and heartfelt wishes.
Lumi, the mermaid cat with golden, silky tail, glides through the deep ocean. Lumi arrives at the underwater festival, her golden tail glowing in the vibrant scene. Lumi listens to the mermaid queen, her golden tail glowing in the soft light. At midnight, Lumi makes a wish, her golden tail glowing softly in the calm sea. Lumi's golden tail glows brightly, creating a shimmering trail of light as she celebrates the new year with joy and hope.
Glacier Bay's village square sparkles with snow and lanterns, ready for New Year. Midnight, a curious gray kitten approaches a girl with a lantern, eager to join. At midnight, the square cheers as the girl holds midnight, mesmerized by fireworks. The crowd toasts to the new year as midnight purrs in the girl's arms, feeling loved.
Whiskers gazes at snowflakes, whispering a wish in a cozy cabin near midnight. Whiskers watches as the glowing snowflake lifts him into a magical winter realm, where crystallized trees and diamond-like snow transform the forest into an enchanting wonderland. Whiskers meets Frost, a glowing white fox, to restore the Aurora Gem's magic. Whiskers journeys through the winter realm, needing magical creatures to find the Aurora Gem. Whiskers' wish revives the Aurora Gem, filling the cavern with radiant light. Whiskers returns home, filled with joy as fireworks light the midnight sky.
Failure is not an option. It's simply a stepping stone to success. Each challenge faced is a lesson learned. And with each lesson you become stronger, smarter, and more prepared to achieve greatness. Embrace setbacks as opportunities, for they are the building blocks of resilience and success.
Marmalade gathers Pip, Squeak, and Dot in a cozy village corner, excitedly sharing her heartfelt Valentine's plant. The kittens collect heart-shaped leaves, shiny pebbles, and paw-printed love notes, joyfully working together to spread kindness. Moving stealthily through the village, Marmalade and the kittens secretly place their heartfelt gifts at each doorstep with love. Hidden nearby, the kittens watch as villagers joyfully discover the mysterious gifts, their purrs reflecting pride and happiness. Under the glowing stars, Marmalade reminds the kittens that love and kindness should be shared every day, not just today. Kittens Whiskers and Coco are captivated by Valentine's Day celebrations in their town, inspired by the love and affection they witness. Whiskers secretly gathers flowers and stones to create a special gift basket for Coco, who is unaware and relaxing nearby. Whiskers presents the gift to Coco, who is delighted and shows her gratitude with affectionate nuzzles and purrs. Inspired by Whiskers and Coco's gesture, other kittens start exchanging gifts, spreading love and joy throughout the town.
Ginger gathers ash, snow, and midnight in a cozy town corner, excitedly sharing her Valentine's plan to spread love and kindness.
The kittens joyfully collect pretty flowers, shiny pebbles, and heart-shaped leaves in a lush garden, working together to prepare heartfelt gifts. Moving quietly through town, Ginger and her friends carefully place their thoughtful gifts at doorsteps, ensuring their surprises remain a secret. Friends wake up to find the surprises, their hearts filled with joy as the town comes alive with warmth, happiness, and grateful smiles. Under a starlit sky, Ginger reminds her friends that even the smallest acts of kindness can brighten hearts and strengthen friendships.
结束昨晚的微醺，一起去冒险旅行，阳光晒